Hi, T. Carlson here. The good people at Kino Lorber are at it again, continuing to give reissues to a lot of classic and B movies from back in the day. Today we're going back to the latter half of the 1970s and we're taking a look at this, Orca, the Killer Whale. One of the many killer sea life movies released in the wake of Jaws, one of which was often written off as a ripoff of sorts. But how does this movie actually measure up? I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. There's our cover art with the title whale right there, and that actually doesn't look half bad. Sides of the spine, back cover. Inside the slip cover, the art is basically the same. In the case, we get the film on 4K Ultra High Def, and then we get the film on Blu-ray with a few modest trailers for bonus features. Brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from a 4K scan of the 35mm original camera negative. The killer whale is one of the most intelligent creatures in the universe. Incredibly, he is the only animal other than man who kills for revenge. Producer Dino De Laurentiis and director Michael Anderson joined forces to present the rousing action-adventure story of Orca, the Killer Whale. It's the epic tale of one powerful being against another, a strong, determined fisherman named Captain Nolan versus an equally determined whale. When the giant whale's pregnant mate is maimed and killed by Nolan in a twist on Moby Dick, the whale seeks vengeance on the man. Orca smashes boats, collapses buildings, and even manages to cause enormous destruction by fire in this slick seafaring thriller brimming with nerve-jangling suspense and spectacular special effects. Featuring music by the maestro Ennio Morricone and co-starring screen icons Charlotte Rampling, Will Sampson, and Bo Derek in her stunning movie debut. So like I said, when Jaws came out, there were a lot of people that were scrambling to create their own killer sea life movies. And one of the people that took notice was famed producer Dino De Laurentiis, who of course commissioned to have this film made. And he actually put together a pretty good cast and crew to make the movie, including Richard Harris playing the main human character. Harris, of course, being a legendary actor from back in the day. I mean, he did everything from roles like this to, near the end of his life, being the first actor to play Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films. And you get a great supporting cast as well, including Bo Derek in her debut, and even have minor parts from the likes of Keenan Wynn and Robert Carradine. The film, of course, like I said earlier, revolves around a killer whale that's out for revenge when this fisherman maims its mate and it dies. And the coastal town here, of course, it's not long before all hell breaks loose there, and this fisherman suffers from a moral quandary determining what the best course of action would do to take action against this killer whale. Now, the movie, again, draws a lot of comparisons to Jaws, and while there certainly are some similarities, the two movies do take pretty different approaches. This one almost has a little bit of a B-movie charm to it, and like it said on the package, it even draws some comparisons to something like Moby Dick, although in this case, it's the whale that's out for revenge. Admittedly, the movie is a bit uneven. There's a little too much of the whole moral quandary thing, and I do have to say that while there are shortcomings, the movie actually is surprisingly entertaining and well made. I mean, is this a Jaws ripoff? Maybe, but if it is, it's at least a well-made one. I mean, you can tell this was not made on the cheap. A lot of effort actually went into the production, and all the effects come together very nicely. The beginning of the film, ironically, actually features some shark footage that was shot by Ron Taylor, who was one of the men that shot shark footage for Jaws. This was my first time watching Orca, and I have to say, well, the movie certainly does have some issues here and there. Personally, I wanted to see more whale carnage and less moral quandaries. But I have to say, I did enjoy the film, and it's one that I'll certainly find myself coming back to. Kino Lorber presents Orca here in a new 4K restoration. There have been some overseas 4K releases of Orca, but based on what I've read online, this is apparently a different restoration. And I have to say, the results here are pretty astonishing. There are some shots here that are crystal clear, very well detailed, and that extra push from HDR really gives it the boost that it needs over its 1080p counterparts. There are a handful of effect shots where the picture quality dips down to standard definition quality or so, but again, that's just par from the course when you're dealing with elements like this. It's just the way the movie was shot. Sadly, the supplement package is a little limited. We only get 2 commentary tracks and a theatrical trailer. Orca is certainly an entertaining killer sea life thriller from back in the day. Jaws ripoff or not, I had a fun time with this one, and this 4K from Kino looks absolutely gorgeous. Lack of bonus features is really my only complaint here. How about you? Are you a fan of Orca? Is this your favorite one of the many so-called Jaws ripoffs? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T. Carlson. See you next time.